my people, my people, now how on a day. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. Oh my God, I am so happy today. Our sister, our beautiful sister, our warrior sister is back. Our sister, Adadiolamma, we love you. Welcome back. None. Apologies accepted. We love you. It was just a misunderstanding. We love you. You have done more good in this movement. How about we need that spirit, that fire that you have, my sister. We need it. Even in the Bible, Jesus wept. In the Bible, Jesus wept. My sister, I want you to follow my lane. I am somebody that don't make mistake. When I looked at the structure of Simon Ekpa, I knew the only person to follow is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze because she is part of the structure. The structure designed by Simon Ekpa belongs to the structure of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. So to my beloved sister, Adadiolamma, I'm so happy. Today is a blessing. I touched down today, and I saw this video by QTV. I will try and look for the main video, but I've been so busy throughout the whole weekend, flying through and fro. I literally just touched down about 2-3 hours ago. And I said, no, it's my chance to speak on this, my people. So yes, we go hear our sister cry. Let me speak in pidgin English. I think it is time to leave the Oyibo. I think it is time to move into pidgin English. Because this Oyibo, when I talk, you guys, sometimes you guys don't understand me. When I break the Oyibo, you guys don't understand. It seems it's too high for some people. So because of that, I go speak for pidgin English. But let's see how it looks like. My sister, Adadiolamma, we love you. I thank God for this day. I thank God you have turned around. You don't charia. You don't think, you don't look back. See, when you are in a dilemma, you have to choose right. And I'm so glad you apologized to our Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. And I know our Queen Mother, oh my God, the Margaret Thatcher of Biafra, I know she will understand because she has the experience. She knows things like this can happen. And I believe she will forgive you. And like in the Bible, when Jesus Christ said, go and sin no more. Adadiolamma, I'm telling you, welcome back. Welcome back to the fold. Welcome back to the party. Today we shall celebrate. Like in the Bible, the prodigal son. When the son returned, the father had to kill the fattest cow for the child. People told the father, but why? Why kill the fattest cow? If you sell the cow, we can make profit as they do in that zoo. Before we play this video, I need to break this down, make you understand. In the story of the prodigal son, when he returned from his sojourn, from his journey, the papa had to kill the biggest cow. Those when they rear the cow, the headers, perhaps the Fulani headers, when they help them head the cow, say, Oga, this cow is the biggest cow. No kill this one now. We will use this cow breed. If we breed with this cow, we go get more cows when go big like this cow. In fact, this cow, it was specially fed this way for it to be of this stock, so that we go use and breed the other cows them and calves or whatever they call it. And that way, the other cow then go be big like this one. The king said, no. Kill me the biggest cow. I must celebrate my son. The return of my son. because he was lost. But now he's found. At this point, my people, I will play the video or a snippet of the video of our sister, Adadiolamma. I know it is touchy that she was shedding tears here, but I believe her, she is genuine. This time, she's gotten it right. And she won't make that same mistake again. I know my sister, she's a very good woman. She is spiritual. When she cries out, Obatobie, hey, Iwo yendu. Come on, please. She has a role. She is the oracle of Biafra. I'll put it that way. She is a spiritualist for Biafra. The oracle. They can see things in the spirit. She can see things in the spirit. But sometimes, I said it, when you see some things in the spirit, it may not be clear enough. That's the problem with the flesh. When the flesh, they see things in the spirit, there is a, there is a conflict, a wrestle. There are some limitation because you are looking at the spirit from the flesh. So when you see something in the spirit, when you wake up to interpret them, you may not be, privy enough to have 100% remembrance to say exactly what you saw in the spirit. That's why sometimes those men that say this in the spirit, they keep them somewhere. They feed them a particular diet to clean their body, clean their mind, body and soul, their brain, their heart, their lungs. So that when they're in the spirit realm, they can retain more of the information they saw. So respecting my sister, Adadiolamma, without any much further ado, I will play this one that I've seen here from our brother QTV. I will play what my sister said. Then at the end, I go turn around, give her good advice. Then perhaps, okay, Nkiri, I may give you some water. Because you guys, you assume you will use the naivety of our sister to blackmail the government of Biafra. But we thank God, our sister is back. Our champion is back. Our warrior is back. I said to myself, I will only speak positive about my sister, Adadiolamma. I'm so happy she's back. I say, Otito deli Jesu. Otito deli na deli. Otito deli onye nwanyị Chukwu. Otito deli na deli ya. Eze ụwa niile. My sister, I'm happy. Be proud. You have done what is right. You did not allow your pride to take you down. You have done what is right. Nobody else can do this. They will allow their pride to consume them. My sister, my beloved sister, Adadiolamma, you have done us proud. Thank you for coming out in the public to apologize. Some cowards, they will apologize in the private and go their way. But for you, you came in the public and you apologize. Fellow Biafrans, without any much further ado, I present to you a snippet of the video of our sister, our warrior sister, our spiritual sister, Adadiolamma. If you are ready, watch this, then I'll come back. Ada, Ogini. Hey, cry no more. We love you. Cry no more. Cry no more. We love you.
Wow.
Eh?
Adamwana soro bikon. John of Ebony Mobiono. Imi Mobiono Balo.
Hold on there. I think it's better for me to interpret this in English to show the whole world, to show the other tribes how we, the Biafrans, we operate. We are different from the other tribes. They take their malice, they take their enmity to the ground, to the graveyard. Even when they are one leg to the grave, they will come out and lie. Somebody like IBB, he wrote a stupid book and was telling lies. He made 17 billion telling lies. But we, the Biafrans, we are different. As the saying goes, back in the days when we are going to give thanks to God in the altar, we go leave that thing somewhere. Go back and make restitution. Go back and make peace. Then we come back to give God the offering. That's who we are. And when we repent, when we tender an apology, we do it in the private, and then we come to do it in the public. That's who we are. We are different. That's the spirituality system of the Biafrans. Hence, we cannot be in Nigeria. We are different. We are different. We don't do double speech. Somebody like Jagaban said he does not believe in one Nigeria. Today is the president, and today is holding Nnamdi Kanu, who is fighting for the freedom of his people. We ain't like that. We are different. Our word is bond. Our word is our word. Whatever we say is what we hold. That's the principle of the Biafrans. We are different people. Our culture is different. Our way of life is different. Our spirituality is different. The way we interact with the universe is different. The way we communicate with our God is different. Even the food is different. The dress code is different. The way we move is different. We are different people, different ideology. So what you're about to see here can only be done by the Biafrans. This is the way we carry out our own way of showing we are sorry about something. When it comes to your penance, this is how we do it in Biafra land. This is the classic example of how the Biafrans will do it. And I am so glad our beautiful sister here, a goddess, a warrior lady, an Amazonian warrior. She came and she understands the culture, the pure, unadulterated culture of the Biafrans. So we should respect her. We should thank her for what she did in this video. I'll have to go deeper, but for the sake of those my audience, I know my audience are not just the Igbo speakers. Because of that, I will break what she said in English to teach you all, and perhaps you will have a learning moment to see how we, the Biafrans, will interact. We are just, we are fair, we are a good people. We are good. So when you say, how come in the 1966 coup, Kaduna Nziogo and his men, how come they didn't kill the Igbo politicians? If you look deep inside, the only good eggs among those politicians in the 60s came from the Eastern region. To call it spade is spade. Case in point, for example, if somebody like Showore and his men, they are ready to go and buy all those politicians that did their election in 2023, if they will spare one or two, the one or two they will spare might be Peter Obi and Alex Oti. Why? Because we have seen their work. Yes, they are tainted with the rest, but at least their hands, they clean. People love them. People see them as the ones that are good. So those military men that did their coup in 1966, when they looked around, the only ones they could spare are the ones that their hands were clean. to call a spade a spade. That was what happened in 1966. But the wicked people there say, okay, how come you didn't kill the good ones? Because of that, they tagged it the Igbo coup. Done by whom? Britain told the cabal that the only way to do this thing right is to name it an Igbo coup. That way, the other tribes, they'll be enraged and they'll come against the Igbos. Until this day, that's what they're doing. But let me show you how we roll. We, the Biafrans, we are different. I present to you my sister in an act where she's showing her pain in the public. She's being fair. She has come out to apologize in the public. That is who we are. You must respect her for what she's done. So once again, to the audience around the whole world, my listeners, I present to you a taste of the Biafran culture. If you're ready, let's take it back to the top, back to the TOP. Listen, listen.
On them. John of Febeni Mobion.
So sorry, my dear.
Wow. On them. Adam one has sort of become John of Febeni Mobion. Imi Mobion. Wow.
She said, my people, I, Ada, I'm calling you all. Find a place in your heart. Search for a place deep inside your heart and forgive me. That's who we are, my people. Listen to what she said to her brethren, her brothers and sisters. Find a place in your heart and forgive me. Let's continue. Please, 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 I'm begging you in the name of God. Please, I'm begging you all in the name of God. Do this for me. Try and do this thing for me. Ah, God. Please, deep in my heart, I'm putting my hands in my heart. There was never a time I planned to do anything evil to you all. There was never a time I planned anything evil or to cause any kind of problem or mayhem to you all. Find a place in your heart to forgive me. Ah, my heart is heavy, God. I can feel it already. But let's continue. Let's continue.
And you were put out called riding them. I thought
Oh, God, have mercy. Sorry. We love you. We love you. We love you. Adandibo, we love you. 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 It's okay. It's okay. We love you. So sorry. She came out. The reason why she came for this movement is to stop the killing, the pillaging of our people. She came out in support of this movement in order to stop the killing, the bloodshed happening in the land of Biafra. She came out, she came out. That was the reason why she stepped forward to join this movement. My heart is heavy. God have mercy. Continue.
And I want to know since 2021.
And when you look at it very well, if you look into this thing, what they've been doing way back since 2021, since then she's been on this journey to help liberate the people of Biafra, to stop the killing, the pillaging of the land, the raping of our women by the Nigerian military soldiers, the Fulani CABAL, the headsmen. When she heard the gospel, I'm paraphrasing here, of Nnamdi Kanu and the rest. But in the years since 2021, she came out in this journey, in this quest, in this mission to restore Biafra, to see enough of the killing of the Christians in Biafra land. I'm trying to expound on what she's saying because with the Igbo language, sometimes when you make a sentence, when you want to interpret it, you may have to, add more flesh to it. But the language is coded in a way that just a sentence can even be up to a chapter. But let's continue. Very, very strong one. A very sad and a solemn statement from our sister, Adadiolamma. Let's continue. Yeah, as she's been going on this journey, it's been never-ending story. She's been doing it, going forward. So far, so good. She's still in the journey. But she's asking us to please bring out our hearts and forgive her. Forgive her. No matter what, she understands we've been through a lot. She's also been through a lot. And sometimes the emotion can take the better side of a person. And she's saying we should please look deep into our heart and find a way to forgive her. Wow. Let's continue.
DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze.
Ah, God have mercy. She said the same in the same vein. She's speaking or she's pleading with our Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, to also find a way to forgive her. Oh my God, have mercy. Can I continue? Can I continue? I don't want to cry. It is touching. It is touching because I've said it. I don't want to see our women go through pain. Nigeria has put our women through too much of pain. They have seen too much of death, sorrow, and tears that I am ready to die, to lay my heart, my life for all the women in Biafra land. If dying will solve the pain of our women in Biafra land, then give me death. That's the way I feel. Because I am tired. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Seeing my sisters, my mothers, our women, aunties, wailing. It's very, very sad. This is what Nigeria has done to the Christians in Biafra land. To the whole world, you claim you believe in Christianity. To the Catholic Church, to the Pope, the Christians in Biafra land are being killed by the Islamic soldiers. Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, embedded in the Nigerian military. They send them to the land of Biafra where 99%, oh my God, 99% of us, we are Christians. 99% of us, we are Christians in Biafra land. The only nation where 99% of them are Christians. And the rest are traditional worshippers. We don't believe in Islam. I'm sorry. It's foreign to us. It's alien to us. That doesn't mean we hate them, but you cannot bring your Islam to us. We don't believe in a moon god. Your Allah. We don't believe in your Allah. We are children of the Most High God. El Shaddai, Elohim, Israel. We believe in a God called El. From El, you get Israel, the God of El. El Shaddai, Elohim. There are so many gods, but we believe in that God. And we also believe in the God of Biafra. The one we call Chukwu Okike Abiyama. So we have no business with this thing Nigeria is trying to do to Islamize Biafra land. It is a problem. They have come with Islamification, the Muslim ticket, where the president is a Muslim and the vice president is a Muslim, is a form of Islamification. This is the problem we are having in Biafra land. And yet the Christian world, you are keeping a deaf ear. To the Christian world, you are abandoning us. You pretend you don't see what we are going through. We, the Biafrans, the only nation in the world where 99% of them are Christians. The only country in the world where 99% of the citizens are Christians. The land of Biafra is a place where you can find that. Hence, the Nigerian government, their number one goal, their number one priority is to Islamize Biafra land because they see us as a stumbling block. We are the problem for them to Islamize Nigeria. They've seen us as the problem. We are the ones, faulting them. We are the ones slowing them down and they are angry with us. But unfortunately, some of the other tribe, they think this is politics. They think it is politics. But today as we speak, there is Sharia courts littered all across the other tribes. Sharia law is now prominent in the other tribes. They are crying, they want to confront and, but they can't do anything because they have kept their shores open. They cannot do anything about it. They cannot protest or do anything about it. It has come to stay. The only country, the only land that is void of Sharia and the rest of them is Biafra land. Hence we are calling on the world, the Christian world, hurry to our aid in the name of God. Our women are crying. Our women, they are already crying. They've lost their children. They've lost their children in the hands of Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, that were embedded in the Nigerian military. Look at our sister crying here. Because she cannot, keep it in anymore. She did what she did because she loved her people. She went the extra mile because she loved her people. It's not easy. Even in the war front, the soldiers, they act differently. When they see that their comrades die in the war front, they act differently. It's hard to take it in. So please, to the whole world, hurry to our aid. Donald Trump, President Trump, hurry to the aid of the Biafrans. We are begging you. Please. We are the Christians. We've had enough. They have come to our land. They have come. And we are fighting back. We are defending ourselves. Unfortunately, they have gone to Finland and they have did a deal with Finland. Right now, Finland is calling us terrorists. Finland is holding our president or our prime minister incommunicado for 3 months and counting. A whole Finland, the so-called #1 country when it comes to the rule of law, they are holding our prime minister, His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa, in Finland for Nigeria, an Islamic country. To the whole world, to the Christian world, hold it to our aid. Let's listen to what our sister cry. She's shedding tears live on air because the pain is too much. She's had enough. She's sick and tired of being sick and tired. See the youth, the young men, the future of tomorrow being killed by the Nigerian Islamic soldiers, and nothing is done about it. The media in Nigeria, they've been barred from speaking about the Christians in Biafra land. They are scared to speak because when they speak, they shut down their TV stations. They revoke their license. They are asked to pay some kind of fees, some penalties. That's what's happening in Nigeria. Where is the Christian world? Hold it to our aid. We are begging you. We the Biafrans, we are the only country in the world where 99% are Christians. Go to Europe now. Islam has chopped in. You're looking at the ratio now, but I'll say, 4 to 6 or something. Europe is changing. Islamization is happening, or Islamification is happening in Europe. To the whole world, hold it to our aid. We are begging you. Hold it to the aid of the Biafrans. Here our sister shed tears in the native Biafra language known as Igbo. She came in the public and she's apologizing because she went above board just because she couldn't handle it no more. She couldn't handle it. The killings of the people. Hence, she took matters into her hands. Let's continue. Listen. She's sorry for what she said to our very good sister. That is the Deputy Prime Minister of Biafra, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Let's continue.
Just opiani mobige. When I'm going to a fight against government.
Lord have mercy. It wasn't her intention. Take that in off your mind. It wasn't her intention to fight against the government of Biafra. And to add a bit of context to it, she felt the government were dragging their feet, were a bit too slow. The government was so slow, according to her, in her own perspective. She felt the government was a bit slow in reacting. But this government is just 2 months old. And all we can do now is to write to the whole country to acknowledge us, to see us as a nation they can work with. And that's where we can implement Biafra in Biafra land. If not, we shall be Islamized. That's the problem. Islamization is real. It is real, my people. In the year 2023, I believe the month of December 2023, the previous, Prime Minister of Britain, Lord David Cameron, while he was a foreign affairs minister or something like that for Britain, when he was the foreign secretary for Britain, he said, and I quote, that he has spoken with all the Islamic countries in the world pertaining the conflict between Israel and Palestine. And he mentioned all the Islamic countries, and Nigeria was mentioned as one of them. It means on document, On paper, Nigeria is now officially an Islamic country. So the next phase is to implement it. My people, do you now understand the game now? Once you declare, you now implement. That's what they are doing in Nigeria, to implement Islamization. And there are some stages they have to go through. Those stages, they are known as Islamification. Islamification. Grab your dictionary and check that word. Islamification. It is different from Islamization. Islamification means to change something or someone's religion into Islam. Change their culture, their way of life, and their belief system into being Islamic. Culture, your dressing, in the workplace, in the civil service, suddenly to keep your job, you have to dress in a kaftan. It happened. It is happening. Right now, some women cannot wear jeans or something like that in some places, in some government parastatals. It is happening. Islamification. The Muslim ticket was a perfect example of Islamification, where the president, in a so-called secular country, the president was Islamic and the vice president was an Islamic person as well. The founder of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Islamification. Islamification. Milestones. They were doing it. Milestones. And today, Sharia law is waxing strong now, all across Nigeria, apart from the Biafra land. Because we are Christians. Hence, we are begging the whole world, the Christian world, to please, in the name of God, hurry to our aid. Hurry to our aid. Let's continue.
Against the government. But because I wanna match up the government to stand there. And I'm a West and in a West to my health system in danger.
It wasn't her intention to go against the government. And even when we look at it, she spent a lot of time in the government supporting the movement, putting oil in the engine. She was more like a sine qua non to the, to the advancement of the government. She has done a lot, even putting her health on the line. She put her health on the line. So it was never her intention to go against the government of Biafra. Fellow Biafrans, when you read it in the book of Psalm, where Solomon was there, saying, even David, in the public, lamenting, begging God, singing and begging God, is the same thing you are hearing here now. It is a perfect replay. This is our culture. We do this in the private and in the public. We are the only people that do such. And probably our distant relatives in Israel. The only two culture that when you are doing your penance, you do it in the private and in the public. When you are asking God for something and it has not come to pass, you've asked and asked and asked, it's not come to pass. It means God wants that thing you are asking for to be a prophecy. You must do it in the private and come in the public to ask God for that in the public. And before you know it, it will come to pass. But, however, it will also be a prophecy. That's how things works. In a segue, when Nnamdi Kanu was crying out for 100 men in the private because he saw what the cabals were doing, that they were coming, he was crying and begging God for men, 100 men. None showed up. Even though in the IPOB and the DOS, there were more than 20,000 men scattered all across the whole world. But no, he needed just 100. Just 100 he could not get. 100 faithful men he could not get. He kept on praying in the private until the 11th hour. When they were coming to kidnap him, the 11th hour, he had to come out in the public and said, up till now, I've been praying in the private to my Father in heaven, and you have not responded. Today, that prayer I prayed in the private, I will pray in the public. Papa, I need men. Father God, I need men. I did not say boys. I say I need men. 100 men. Because there are so many women around me. He described the so-called DOS men as women. I need men. I did not say boys. Men who in their mother's womb, they understood the assignment. I need men, I say. In his anger, he professed what he wanted in the public to God. And that was when the Rema came down and God granted him his wish. Because after the prayer, in the next program, our Prime Minister, Mazi Ekpa Simon Njoku, came in the public and told Nnamdi Kanu, if you say you need 100 men, I will make your job easier. Because in me, I am 15-1. And you also the job that Simon Ekpa made, or what he did. That was a job of 50 people in one. Simon Ekpa made the job easier. And after he told Nnamdi Kanu to cry no more, that he will make his job easier in gathering the 100 men. Because in Simon Ekpa, he was 15-1. The rest was history. Within a week or two, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and through an extraordinary rendition was brought to Nigeria. So it became a prophecy. If he had continued praying in the private, perhaps there will be no Simon Ekpa. And we saw the job of Simon Ekpa, a true disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, the most beloved disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Unfortunately, Simon Ekpa had so much trust in Finland. We believed in Finland. We thought Finland was colorblind. We thought there was no racism in Finland. We thought the so-called, principle of the rule of law, equality, and the rest of them, the freedom to speech and the rest, we assumed it was all encompassing, that it was, everyone enjoyed it in Finland, we assumed, falsely. We never knew that privilege was only for the white. Those with pale skin and blue eyes in Finland, blonde hair perhaps, they were the only ones that could enjoy the right of freedom of speech. Because when Simon Ekpa was about to complete the job, unfortunately, Nigerian Islamic government, they kind of, they worked and colluded with the Finnish government, promised them oil and gas. Because you remember the war between Russia and Ukraine, there was a high demand for gas, and Finland went into partnership with Nigeria with, in a secret deal at the back end. And before you knew it, Simon Ekpa was called, invited for some interview. And for 3 months and counting, 90 days and counting, he's still held incommunicado in Finland. Suddenly, Finland is doing exactly what Nigeria is doing to us. Finland is now aiding Nigeria to persecute the Biafrans living in Finland. Finland, oh Finland, a very tiny country with a very small population. The only thing they had going for them was their name and reputation. But they've allowed Nigeria to tarnish their image. Finland, oh Finland, you've missed your biggest opportunity because Simon Ekpa was so fond of you. Simon Ekpa loved Finland so much that everything we did was tailor-made. It was tailor-made with the blueprint of Finland. The government, the system we were doing was the blueprint from Finland. But Finland, I believe they have missed the biggest opportunity to be the best friends of Biafra. My people, I say all that to say this. What you see our sister doing here, she must be commended. For the fact she came out in the public to do what she did, we must respect her and accept her apology. Because I can name so many that their pride, the pride in them made them to walk away. They refuse to do what our sister is doing here. Some of them were in the government, some of them they were in the cabinet, some of them they were in the IPOB autopilot days. They couldn't come out to repent. They couldn't come out in the public to ask for the forgiveness from the people. They walked away. So respect to our sister here, Adadiolamma. I promised myself not to make a video about you, but when I saw this one, I saw in the spirit what this video meant. Let the naysayers laugh, but they are laughing at their own stupidity. Because what you did in this video is an embodiment, a perfect example of how the Biafrans do our own restitution. When we are coming out in the public to apologize to the God and to man. That's how we do it. So let's continue. Let's continue.
And now fight for the government. Can the government stand there? And I thank God that now I win. So, Bikon, I can say Cambia. Cambia woman nemo boom. Wako DPM, Biafran government, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze and his cabinet. Siana program we made yesterday. And sorry.
I am sorry. So I've come out to speak to the Biafran people, to the Deputy Prime Minister and her cabinet, to let them know that the program I did yesterday was a misjudgment. I am sorry. I am deeply sorry for what I did yesterday as well. For the program she did yesterday, she's also very sorry about it. To the others out there, tell me which other tribe, which other people have you seen speak this way in the public? Tell me. No, they hide their own until they go to the grave. They don't forgive. They don't ask for forgiveness when they've done people wrong. They keep it to themselves. They find a way to justify their evil acts and deed. But here is how Biafra will look like. That when even a politician, when they do wrong, they will come in the public to apologize and seek the forgiveness of the people. This is who we are. This is who we are. We are different. That's why we cannot be in Nigeria. We are different. Our perspective is different. Our psychology is different. Our way of life is different. Our spiritual system is different. The way we perceive the world is different. The way we communicate and interact is different. They know this. That's why they envy us. They hate us with a passion because they know deep inside there is something about these people. That with 20 pounds they gave us to eat and die, to turn to the Almajiri of Nigeria. They gave us 20 pounds after the war. If you have 1 million in your account, they give you 20 pounds. If you have 100,000 pounds in your account, they give you 20 pounds to eat and die, to eat and become a beggar. But till this day we rise. Still we rise. The Biafrans, we are never say die spirit. We have that thing in us. Because our hands are clean. We never called for the war. The Biafran war was something we never asked for. We went all the way to Aburi to discuss, to make peace. But the one they called Go On, Mr. Go On with One Nation, the one they called Jack, a man who was dating a Biafran woman called Edith. And when it was time for war, he broke up with her when she was heavily pregnant. That's how evil Gowon is. And some of you, you bless Gowon. You say he's a good man. You say he's a man of God. To appease the caliphate, to appease the Fulani cabal, to appease the North, he broke up with his Christian fiancée who was pregnant. Edith was pregnant for Gowon. She was a Biafran. But when the caliphate said it is time to go to war with the Biafrans, he broke up with Edith, and he married a Fulani woman, a northern woman, a Muslim. Go and do your research to show the caliphate he was ready for the assignment to kill the Biafrans. And he killed us in our millions. Children were starved. More than 3 million children were starved to death with Kwashoko and the rest of them. But in Nigeria, they see him as their hero. In Germany, Hitler till this day is seen as a traitor. But in Nigeria, they call Gowon a hero, a problem solver, the man who kept Nigeria one. We are different, man, my people. We are different. What our sister is doing here is showing the whole world how we, the Biafrans, we react when we are asking for forgiveness, genuine forgiveness from the heart. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. Let's continue. I'm sorry, you know, the things I said in the program, it was with anger that I said them. Anger. Iwe. Iwe means anger. What I said in the program yesterday was out of anger. Like I told you, when you're in the war front, taking the bullets, seeing your men, your colleagues, your comrades going down. You're on the tour of duty and your men are being felled by the bullet, by booby traps, by bombs, shattering the legs and all those things. You are seeing legs, arms being shattered by bombs and the rest of them. Everybody will act differently. They will react differently. Some might have a post-traumatic experience. Some might, have sickness, break down. They react differently. So with the anger, she saw the way the Fulani soldiers were killing the Biafrans. And she reacted out of anger for what Nigeria was doing to our people. And somehow she blamed the government of Biafra because she felt they were being a bit slow. I understand. Sometimes if the information is not coming or if there is a bit of noise in the information, then people might take matters into their hands. That's what she did. She took matters into her hand and she called a spade a spade. Even though I understand, looking at the bigger picture, the government were doing the right thing. It was a brand new country. 2 months into running the affairs of the government is not easy. 2 months. In fact, people say, what's your first 100 days in power, in government? But this is just a brand new country, a new government, trying to implement Biafra in the motherland. 2 months. But unfortunately, Simon Ekpa was not here with us. So the enemy, they felt it was the best time to strike us. Because Finland has planned with Nigeria to hold Simon Ekpa till the 16th of May. Or the 26th of May. So this window, this 5 months window, Nigerian Islamic soldiers, they are coming to the land of Biafra to kill, to pillage, to maim, to destroy, to rape our women, kill and do all sort of atrocities in the land. Finland has given Nigeria 5 months window to kill the Christians in Biafra land. To the whole world, hold it to our aid. Donald J. Trump, the president, sir, hurry to the aid of the Biafrans. We are Christians, and we shall remain Christians. We will fight and die and remain Christians. But please, we need your support as well. Hurry to the aid of the Biafrans. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. Let's continue.
And the young Patana, what on your sympathoma, you are some person well for all. Then, so, Nonya.
Yeah, she said it. Now she's come out. She's the one beating her chest. She's the one that chose to come out. Nobody asked her to come out to do this. She came out to do it herself. Because of the pain. The pain is too much. The pain is too much. Agony is too much. Our ladies are feeling this way. To the whole world, if our ladies are feeling this way, what do you think the men are going through? If the women of Biafra are speaking this way, what do you think someone like Simon Ekpa should be doing for us? But Finland said no. Simon Ekpa is the one influencing us to fight for our freedom. Blame Simon Ekpa. Put the whole blame on his shoulder. Say he's the one killing his people. Say he's the one responsible for all the atrocities happening in the southeast. Why they call southeast? A region in Biafra. They say Simon Ekpa should be blamed. One man all the way in Finland should be blamed. One man in faraway Finland should be blamed for what is happening in Nigeria. One man. And since Finland held him since the month of November last year, the atrocities has quadrupled in Biafra land. Nigeria has increased the tempo. They have upped the ante in killing us. The killings have quadrupled. And guess what? Finland is still holding Simon Ekpa. The president of Finland, Alexander Stubb, we saw you when you had that meeting with the Nigerian government and their delegates. We saw you. And in less than 2 weeks, Simon Ekpa was invited for a meeting in Finland and he was held incommunicado. We saw you, Alexander Stubb. We saw you. We saw you. With the vice president of Nigeria, we saw you in that meeting. We put the blame of the death of the Christians in Biafra land on your shoulders. You are responsible. You are responsible because the only man who is speaking for us, you went to kidnap him. I call it a kidnap. Because how can you invite somebody for a meeting? He comes to see you and you just held him incommunicado. The pain is too much. And that's why our sister reacted this way. In her own way. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. The pain is too much. The pain, the killing in the land of Biafra is too much. Let's continue.
There were no much in it. I will stop this video. Then, Biafra life again, Keta. As I told me, mix this video, anything. This will be a video, a special video for apologize in your big.
God bless you, my sister. God bless you. She said, look, she's going to stop this video now because this video was mainly to apologize to the Biafran people and to the government of Biafra, especially the Deputy Prime Minister of Biafra, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. It's a very touchy one, a very solemn video. The first time I'm doing a video like this, but I felt I had to do it because I was led in the spirit to speak on this one. I was led in the spirit to speak on this one. My heart is heavy though. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. Let's continue.
ABC major. Make it mad. The most important only make it. Money make it. And they are so now you want them. Chineke Ngozi lemon. Much. I will call life now. Mabiachi. So that come. No. Total. They will know when they will.
They will.
And then make it on again.
Bye, my sister. God bless you. She said it that, look, she had to do what she had to do to come out to apologize. Because she knows she hurt people and the only right thing to do is to come out to apologize. And now, she will end the video here. And she said bye-bye to the people of Biafra. And that was the end of that restitution. This is who we are. We are whiter than white, whiter than snow. This is who we are. This is a classic example of how the Biafrans, they seek for forgiveness. This is how we do it. When we repent, we do it in the public. That is who we are. We do it in the private, then come in the public to do it and face the consequence. That's who we are. Finally, as I wrap this one up, I will not even speak on those other guys. I won't speak on them because I was led by the Spirit to do this. Fellow Biafrans, I want us to learn from our sister, Adadiolamma. We must learn from her story. She's somebody we love so much. She's one of the spiritual warriors that helped to galvanize this government, this movement for Biafra. And somehow things happened. Information they say is very cheap but expensive. This is saying information can be very cheap but expensive. And she has learned the hard way, but we thank God that deep in her heart, she was able to do what she did. Coming out in the public to apologize is the biggest thing. Most people will not even do it. So my sister, we love you. We appreciate you. We say welcome back. You are forgiven. Go and sin no more. Just like in the Bible. When Jesus Christ, people come to him. When he healed them, some of them, they will now repent. That's what you didn't see in your Bible. You think, oh, he just come to heal somebody. No, when they come, they cry, they beg him, Rabbi, this is my problem. I fornicated. I did this, I did that. Now I am blind. I stole some money. Now I am sick. I am lame. I'm this. He will now say, okay, because they've, confessed, he will heal them and tell them, go and sin no more. That was how that phrase came. Go and sin no more. But you guys don't know that stuff. You thought he would just go and touch somebody and heal them. No, it's only when they come, apologize in the public, and he will then see their condition. He will then see that, oh, okay, what you did has boomeranged on you. It's payback time. You are paying for your sins. So you come to God and cry, please, take this pain away. Take this sorrow. Take this infliction away. I have sinned. I am not worthy. That's when Jesus Christ will now come and heal you, then tell you, go and sin no more. So I'm so happy that our sister has done the right thing. And I believe that our beautiful Deputy Prime Minister, a woman that understands this, Madam, this is your role as well. As a psychologist, you know how the mind works. We thank you, Madam. We know you've already forgiven her. We know that. But please see this as a learning moment for all the Biafrans. We have learned how to react and how not to react to the government of Biafra, to the leadership of Biafra, and the rest. So hopefully in your next broadcast, it will be wonderful. It will be amazing. It will be the best learning moment for the whole Biafrans. If you speak and during your speech, you give a minute or two to let our sister know that you have forgiven her. Not only that, you love her as well. And you understand what she went through during that time. That'll be a big score point for you and for the whole world to know that we are a good people and we are different. Madam, please accept the open apology of our sister, Adadiolamma, as I leave you with this exhortation that she gave Obatobie. When I heard this, I knew she was one of those angels supporting the movement. Fellow Biafrans, without any much further ado, I present to you an exhortation by our beautiful sister, Adadiolamma. Thank you and God bless. Listen.
Biafra. Oh yeah, anyu nataya kanjisi ni wonyendu. Wale jima makasoji la wena marabat. Eke mwe. Ezi mwamuichi odumede kenede gutuwe gugo wale nawa. Okugo tuwerege beja buche take ugo tuwerege ja take gide take cha baka na nibe sino ugo buzu o take nwami chakende o nwe ibe ya kusigunu iye na ji ye na nwam o ke nwa ke ewu o bato biye Hey, Finland kpalaga ọpụta obi ye. Ndị Igbo na Finland nechala ganya kpaga ọpụta obi ye. Ndị mbụ na ndị egede wee kpazie ego bata obi ye. Nwa m ịbatala ndị obi gogbenu. Ụmụ Biafra na-ekene gị na-anya gị ogologo ndụ. Alisi ike. Osisi owu na si na ya adagbugu ya adagbuchie. Mmadụ owu na si na ya awụ nsogbu ya awụ nsogbu akara aka ya dụrụ onwe ya dụrụ ezinụlọ ya. Onye jiri ifeọma bịakwute gị ifeọma kpọkwa ya iru. Onye jiri ife ọjọọ bịakwute gị ife ọjọọ kpọkwa ya iru. Onye ji nke ọma dore ya na mma nke onye ji nke ọjọọ dore ya na mgbe ezi nwanne m. Hey, gịnị?